And so I think it's worthwhile to chat just a little bit about the program from a 30,000-foot view perspective. And I'm sure talk about this throughout each of our separate presentations. But it is worthwhile to note that this is a dual degree, not a joint degree, meaning that you do one program, full stop, and then you start another program. And there's some benefits to that. It is not a light JD. It is the same curriculum that you would get in any sort of law program. It is not an accelerated MBA. There are some shared credits between the two, but it's not a program that is necessarily faster because of the way that it's put together. The admissions is determined separately, but with some collaboration. And it's worthwhile, I think, to share that on the MBA portion of the dual degree, there's a couple different paths. It is possible to do the MBA portion in a year. You would have to be very focused and very committed to do that. Full-time is considered in the MBA program 2 courses, 3-credit courses in a semester. If you were to do super full-time, you could complete it in 1 year. And so we have a couple different paths that can be done that way. The Seattle Flex JD is a different cat, and they'll be talking about that. It's more cohort-based than the MBA is. So on the MBA side, what I would say is that the APU MBA is aimed at working professionals in both the content and our instructors, as well as the delivery method. So the vast majority of the MBA credits are offered in a hybrid format. And what that means to us is that there are 6 online synchronous classrooms that are about 2.5 hours each, and then 1 3-day face-to-face intensive. And we feel that delivery method, what hybrid means to us in that case, gives you the combination of a flexible work schedule to be able to do work and school, as well as to get that face-to-face connectivity with your peers and with your instructors. Like building your peer network in business school is a really important part of earning an MBA. And so we feel that combination brings that. It is a program that is very student-focused. We tend to use examples from Alaska. We tend to bring in a lot of guest speakers that can speak to the economy and the challenges and the opportunities in Alaska and in the Pacific Northwest. So big focus on our little piece of the world. In terms of what is the program itself, I think of it as kind of 2 different slices. There's about 9 classes that would be required for the MBA if you were doing it in conjunction with the JD. And about half of the classes are relationship classes, and about half of the classes are quant classes. The MBA is really known as a quant degree, kind of a program that develops your ability to look at data, to use data in order to help make decisions. And there's a big piece of that in the program. Half of the program is very quant focused. And so on the quant side of things, you might have classes, and we'll have classes like business analytics or spreadsheet modeling, financial statement analysis, corporate finance, managerial economics. Those tend to be kind of more focused on numbers. And then more focused on people and relationships are marketing, business ethics, HR and employment law, and leadership. And then one class is at the very end, which is capstone, which is where you bring it all together. At the beginning of the program, there's a 0-credit class that just meets for 5 hours, and you can do it asynchronously, you can do it online, you can do it face-to-face, and it's an orientation class. That's what that Tools for Success class is. So in partnership with the JD, you would earn 27 credits of core, and then 9 credits, which are the electives in the program normally, would be coming from the JD. So you would earn your MBA in passing, meaning that once you've completed 9 credits in the JD, you're awarded your MBA. So kind of like a little present at the beginning of the program. Time to completion in the MBA can look like a lot of things. If you are very planful and are able to take on a considerable amount of workload, you can pound through those 27 credits in 1 year. It would be a very challenging year. What I would say, I did 3 classes, 1 term in my MBA about 20 years ago, and my wife was in her MPA program at the time, and all we did was work, school, and library. But it can be done, it just takes a lot of focus. So you have both your contact time in the class, as well as your group work time with your peers, as well as all of the prep, so all the reading and scenarios and cases and all the stuff that comes with it. So it's more than just classroom time that you have to do. A more common path for the MBA is a 2-year path that has you doing about 2 classes per semester, including summer. It's 1 in the summer. There is 1 class that's only offered in the summer, so you do have to take part of your Alaska summer that you have earned. But it is a super rewarding class. The leadership class is offered in the summertime. In terms of admissions to the APU MBA, we don't consider the GRE or the GMAT. There's no testing required. There may be some course prerequisites if you don't have a bachelor's degree in business, but there are convenient and practical ways to get that experience. And what we look for is accounting, economics, statistics, and management. And so that could come from either asynchronous classes, taking an undergrad class, or you might already have the experience, typically in management, from your life experience. We have rolling admissions, meaning that you can start in fall, you can start in spring, you can start in summer. You can enter the program at any time. It's not a cohort-based program. Folks enter at many different levels. And in terms of the requirements for admissions, they're listed here on the website. Resume, letters of recommendation, essay, your academic records, and then we call it an interview, but it's a conversation about making sure your goals are understood and that you're in the right headspace to